Ah, hey guys, Double A Aaron Entertainment here, doing a movie review video. So, I just got done watching the Tom and Jerry movie that came out on HBO Max or on demand, wherever you are, last Friday. So, this review will be a non spoiler review, so I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts on the movie. And, yeah, so as we start this, so we're not getting a lot of people's reading a lot of people's views, hearing people's opinions, critics, whatever. That the majority of people did not like this movie. They didn't find this movie that good. And I'm going to join the majority of that. This movie, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, it's not bad, but the best I could say, it's okay. In some aspect, it's okay. It's not good, it's not great, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's at best it's okay. That's all I can say. At best it's an okay movie. If you're going if you're a Tom and Jerry fan, I think a lot of Tom and Jerry fans are not happy with this movie, don't like this movie. That's what I'm getting from the huge Tom and Jerry fans. So we got this movie. Obviously, this movie is beginning. This is based off the rivalry of Tom and Jerry, how their rivalry started, right? So you got some good actors and actresses in this movie. Chloe Grace Moretz, from Kick-Ass. Michael Pena, he's been in lots of movies, whether it's the Ant-Man movies and some other movies. You know Michael Pena. You got Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live is in it. Ken Jeong is in it, only for a brief time. So it's not a bad cast at all. But this movie, if you think about it, you got the animation, the CGI. They're trying to make it like the Who Framed Mr. Rogers, where back in the late 80s, early 90s, whenever that movie came out, you had all the Disney and Warner Brother characters in animation form, in the CGI back then, with real life people, like with the Bob Hoskins character and such. This is what this movie is about. Basically, all the animals in this movie is basically all animation, all cartoon, like not CGI, like no real animals are used. So it's basically all the animals are animations, CGI like. The thing is, I didn't feel for some of the characters. We know that they have the good cast, as I mentioned, but there was no, this is not. I would say this is not Michael Pena's best work, and this is clearly not Chloe Grace Moretz's best work. This movie was, I think, it was too focused on the adults working together, Tom and Jerry, over Tom and Jerry, the adult situation, the grown-ups, the adults, with their storyline. Their storyline does the main storyline does. The main storyline should be the rivalry of Tom and Jerry and how it began and how this progressed to the movie. But that interlines with the storyline with the main storyline with the adults in the hotel. There's it takes place basically in a hotel. The whole movie, like 95%, it takes place in a hotel. And that's the issue. Is the title is Tom and Jerry, right? We're so friends, but I understand why they have to make. I understand why they have to use adults and have adult storylines, like an adult storyline for this. I'm not talking adult storyline like rated, or I'm talking about like actual people like us in the movie, real people in the movie. Because you can't just make this movie is about only an hour and what, maybe hour and 40 minutes long, hour and a half to hour 40 minutes long. So it's not a long movie. You can't just have a movie that long, just based on Tom and Jerry starting a rivalry and going at each other for that long. You can't do that for a movie. So you have to add another. You have to add another element. That's where we got the adult storyline with the hotel storyline. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, if you could watch, you could watch it. If you have in America, you could watch it on HBO for free, Max for free. It doesn't hurt. You're not paying for it, right? If you're paying for HBO Max, yeah. But if you're not paying extra for this movie, it doesn't hurt. It won't hurt you. But overall, I'll give you my opinion. I thought it was an okay movie. It wasn't great. It wasn't spectacular. There's a lot of people on the other side saying it's bad. It's not good. I thought the best I could give is okay. It's not terrible. It's not extremely bad. There's some things where, of course, they need to stay on focus point, but I understand why they can't use that focus point for an hour and 40 movie. The focus point is being the Tom and Jerry's rivalry for the whole movie, but you can't do it. You can't do it for 40 minutes where they chase each other, hit each other, attack each other. You can't do that for an hour and 40 minutes movie. That's why they have to add in the human storylines into it. But I'll give you my opinion. This movie, it's okay. Okay, yeah, I'll say it again. I don't think this movie needed to be made. This movie did not need to be made. They did not. Warner Brothers did not need to make this movie. I'm sorry, hardcore Tom and Jerry fans. If I offend you, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, you may agree, disagree. Fans of Tom and Jerry, I'm sorry. Once again, I'm sorry. But in my opinion, this movie did not need to be made. Because of what I described. That's why they added in the human element to make this movie longer than. Because you can't have the whole thing of Tom and Jerry going at each other for an hour and 40-minute movie. That's why they added in humans into this movie. Have a human storyline. That's all. That's my review. It's okay at best. I know okay, and I'm saying it did not need to be made. Don't get me wrong there. Don't get me wrong. When I say you may think when I say maybe opposite of saying okay, because when I say do not need to be made, you may assume it's bad, it's terrible, it did not need to be made. It was okay, but yeah, it did not need to be made. This movie did not need to be made. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. This is my Tom and Jerry movie review. No spoilers, of course. So like or thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below. Did you like the movie or not? And give me your opinions. Thank you.